Welcome to the X Shack, episode 6. On this episode, we'll be talking about House of X number 3, written by Jonathan Hickman, featuring art by Pepe Larraz, and colors by Marty Garcia. Warning, spoilers are ahead. Alright, welcome back to the X Shack. Come on in, have a seat, and listen to me talk about X-Men. We pick up this issue right with the beginning of the mission to stop the base, and as we find out later in the issue, stop the creation of a mother mode that will lead to the creation of Nimrod. We get a pretty good setup with a meeting between Magneto, Professor X, and Cyclops, where it's pretty much explained that this is going to probably be a suicide mission at the worst, and they will not be taking any of the Krakoan transportation flowers with them. We then see Cyclops' assembled X-Men team, who is prepared, and they realize the severity of this mission. As they go on this mission, we then intercut with a courtroom scene of Sabretooth being put on trial at a off-the-books facility for dangerous superpowered beings, primarily mutants, which is interrupted by Emma Frost and a couple of the Stepford Cuckoos. And they reveal that mutants will now have diplomatic immunity, and they can only be tried in mutant courts. Of course, the humans do not really enjoy hearing this. But it seems like moving forward, this is going to be one of the benefits of a mutant nation. They inform Emma that Sabretooth is a monster, and she replies quite wonderfully, yes, but he's our monster. We then catch back up with the X-Men team as they are sneaking up on the Orcus Forge, which is where the mother mode is being created. The humans are caught off guard because they thought that they had more time before the X-Men or the mutants would find out about the facility. They try their best to get ready to prepare for, an invasion. It is an incursion to the base. And they realize that the X-Men wouldn't do this unless they had a solid plan, which they do because they have the files that contain the blueprints for the facility. As they approach, they send Nightcrawler in for a quick recon just to make sure that they're not going to be surprised by anything. And this lets everyone in the base know that the X-Men must have a solid plan. And they warn them that they have a teleporter. As they begin to cut through the hall of the base, one lone soldier decides that he needs to be the one to stop the X-Men, and he sets off a bomb, killing himself and possibly killing the X-Men, because we end with a shot of the Blackbird, or the new Blackbird, seemingly destroyed. Now, I'm under the impression that it's not destroyed. They have a teleporter with them. They have Jean with them. Jean can easily create some kind of shield to protect everybody and get them inside the facility. So, of course, this is a cliffhanger to make us think that the X-Men have died. I do not believe they've died. And if they have, it would make the story really weird, a little bit weirder than what it's already been. But this issue is primarily an action issue. We are given a little bit of updates like we've been given through the whole series so far. Primarily the timeline of Apocalypse finding out about the creation of Nimrod, which was the main focus of the last issue, was finding out the creation date, giving that information to Moira, and then killing her so she can be reincarnated to prevent everything from happening. Other than that, we're given a little bit of update or a little bit of information about the different levels of Sentinels, all the way from a regular Sentinel up to someone who's been infected with nanite Sentinels. Overall, this is really more action. We did get a lot of action in the last issue because we got that awesome Apocalypse versus Nimrod fight. But this one is more X-Men feel. It has more of an X-Men vibe to it. We have a team assembled. They're going on a mission. They're in the Blackbird. They're out in space. It just feels like an X-Men story. Overall, most of the issues have just been pretty much set up and getting us accustomed to the story being told, getting us accustomed to the players and different elements that are going to be involved in this. And this one seems to be much more like you've already got what you need. Now let's go. That's pretty much how I see the remainder of these two series going, House and Powers. I see the remainder of these being, we've got all the information you need. There may be a couple updates here and there, but it's pretty much going to be go, go, go. I am still enjoying this. I've talked to several people over the last couple of weeks who have been reading this, and everyone seems to be pretty unanimous that we love what's going on with the X-Men. Hickman and his team are doing a great job. They definitely have a very well thought out story, and it just continues to ramp up and get better and better. Still some questions need to be answered, but we still have some time before those questions can be answered. We're halfway through with this now, so we're getting there. It's almost that time to get all of the answers and get everything established so that we can move forward with the X-Men from here. I will say that last episode I talked about the fact that there was a cipher and that people have been working to crack the cipher. Well, there is an added bonus. This issue actually features the full cipher. So when you get to the back of the book, there is the complete Krakoan alphabet in the book. So now we have the ability to go through and translate to our heart's desire everything that we're seeing that's written in Krakoan. So if you have been wondering, or if you've been trying to track down and figure out what some of the things are saying or what some of the symbols mean, this is the issue. This will be your key to help you with the previous issues and with the issues moving forward. I think with the next issue, I will use the cipher to actually decode possibly a teaser or possibly some early information about what will happen in maybe a future issue. But yeah, I've been enjoying this. I want to thank everybody for joining me here at the X Shack. If you could, go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about what's going on with the X-Men right now, or just if you have any fond memories of the X-Men, or maybe even a character you'd like to see come back. We're seeing a lot of characters that we haven't seen in a while. I'm a huge Generation X fan, and Monet is in this issue, and that's a character that I haven't seen in a while. I know she was in the Weapon X series that came out last year, but I've been waiting for someone to use her. So it's fun seeing some of these classic X characters come back. But until next time, I will see everybody later.